Hey guys, welcome back to the Syntax Sorcerer. I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry about the long break that I've had. It's just been a week of hectic craziness. So, with all that being said, today is actually going to be a short video. We're not going to go over a whole lot because, again, this is just teaching you the basics of how literally everything works in C Sharp. So, what we're going to do with that today is we're going to go over, constructors. So, what are constructors? We're just going to abbreviate. So, what I want you to do is imagine that a constructor is like instruction manual, right? Essentially, like let's pretend you're playing with some building blocks. Constructors in C# are like an instruction manual. Right? And these tell you how to put the blocks together to make that specific toy. Ooh, specific. All right. And when you want to create a new toy, you follow the instructions, the constructor, to assemble it. Ugh. We're going to continue a new line here. Stop yelling at me. To create a new toy and assemble it. Each toy might have different instructions. All right. And on top of that, depending on how you want it to look or to work, that also is going to change how each constructor works. So constructors in C# help you create new objects by giving you the steps to set them up the way you want. So constructors, let's actually do a new line. Constructors help you create new objects by giving you the steps to set them up just the way you want. All right. So that's really what constructors are. So today we're going to go over, let's save this real quick. Remember Control S to save. We're going to go over here and we're going to do some editing. I know you guys love it when I edit the stuff and change everything that you've worked on. You're so happy about that, I can tell. So we're actually going to take, let's see, we got a private string name, that's fine. Public string name. We're going to get rid of these because if you remember, these can be our auto-implemented properties. So what we're going to do is get rid of these. And over here, we're going to set this to, it's going to be a little mad at us. Get, it worked for a second. And set. See, it doesn't like that. So, does it want that touching? Invalid token. So we're gonna remove this and fix it real quick. So get set. Okay, it doesn't seem to like that, but we're gonna check it out in just a second. So what we're gonna do inside of the public, oh, actually this one doesn't need anything. That's why I'm losing my mind. These are the these are the parameters. I'm just a little loopy apparently. So let's remember this is our auto implemented properties. So we don't have to define those anymore because remember C# knows how to do that for us. So now we're going to make a constructor. All right. And in here we're going to make it a public. It wants to try to autofill this for us, but I need it to stop. Public account, and we're going to say string and then account name, right? And then in there, we're going to say name equals account name, right? And this is the constructor name, is the class name. That might be a little confusing, you guys. Don't worry, it gets easier as we go along. So right here, we're declaring a class that we create a constructor to add custom initializations for the object of the class. So then if we want to ever go over here, well, we can even, yeah, we'll do it over here, I think. This will be fine. We'll do it in main. And instead of this, no, you know, we'll leave that in. We'll do account1 equals new, equals new account. Yep. And then in here, see how we've left this default before? We're gonna give it an argument. Syntax sorcerer, and then end that. And there's no argument given that this is fine. Don't worry about this. So let's check this. Save it. Control S. Go over here. Control S. Let's run it. Ah, perfect. We got an error. So I'm gonna change my video. For some reason, you guys can't see my errors. Let me adjust that real quick. Let's see. How do I do image, like browser capture, window capture, errors and such? Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm making it. There we go. There we go. Perfect. So that pops up. Now you guys can see my errors and such. Bring that down here. Perfect. All right. Let me just clear that over here. Would you like to run the last build? No. All right. So what we're going to do is go over here. And I think it's mad because of this. I think we just need to change, because we're giving back account name. So it says there's no required parameter. Let's try. What we're going to do is take this out for now. Nope, it doesn't like it when I do that. All right. This is good, because now we get to do some error finding. There's an argument that gives account name of accounting account. So we need to, I think we need to change this up. Okay, so it took me a second to go through and read my code. That's why I had to pause the video real quick. So what I did right here is I just commented out this code real quick. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that real fast. So what you're going to do is you're going to highlight everything. You can go over to edit, I want to say, advanced, and then toggle block comment, or you can just use these symbols right here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because we're going to force create 2 new account objects, and if we run it like this, it's just going to give us errors. So I'm going to copy this line, pull this out, and we're going to paste that in here. We got account 1 is going to be new account, syntax sorcerer, and then we're going to do account 2 is new account, and then we're going to say let's make it greatest YouTube channel of all, obviously, because that's what we're definitely going for, right? Make sure we finish that out. And then what we're going to do right here, so this is creating 2 account objects. 2 account objects. Oops, excuse me. And then what we're going to do right here is display initial value for each account. All right. So then we're going to go console, right line. Then we're going to say, make sure we add this in. And then account one's name is. And you guys, let's see if you remember how to do this part. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to see if you can fill this out. How are we calling this first one? If you said with curly brackets account1.name, you'd be correct. Now, I know we've only gone over that like maybe once before. Oops. Maybe once before. That is totally fine. It was kind of a trick, a little bit of a test to see if you can figure it out. And that's okay if you didn't figure it out. So next up, we're going to do the same exact thing. You guys can skip ahead if you figured this out already. Account 2's name is, and then curly brackets, account brain dot 2 dot, wait, why are you over here being silly? There was a space that didn't need to be there, and then bam. Oh, I forgot the other curly bracket right there. Perfect. All right. So let's go over this real fast. We've created a constructor. We've auto implemented our get and set properties. So that's already set up for name. So it's calling account.name, getters and setters, right? Too easy. Public account is the constructor class name. So now when we go over here, when we call these out, look what's going to happen. Oh no! I always forget to turn off my antivirus. Watch this. Disable until computer is restarted. Alright, watch. Now it's going to work. My antivirus hates me. Bam. Account names 1 is the syntax sorcerer. Account name 2 is greatest YouTube channel of all. How awesome is that? So that is us initializing constructors. Constructors are just a set of instructions. So if we want to walk through the code one more time, we've got our internal class account over here. Remember, top left is where we switch between these two. We go to public string name get and set, right? Getters and setters. Auto implemented. C# knows how to do this for us. We go to public account string account name. So we're naming the string account name. This is the constructor name, is the class name, right? We're going to set name, just like this, to account name. So we're creating a constructor that is going to get and set the names. And then over here, we're calling accounts 1 and 2, which we're creating a new version of account. So these two are set separately. New version of accounts, new account. We're just saying, hey, use the constructor to make the name syntax sorcerer. Now we're going to call account, say, hey, there's a new instance of accounts now. We're calling it account 2. It is a new account. And call this one greatest YouTube channel of all time. Now, obviously, I'm aiming a little high on that one, but, you know, we're not going to pretend like we won't at least entertain and make people have some fun. And then what we're doing here is, you guys already know this one. So console.writeLine. Console is the debug window that pops up. This is your console right here. So let me just adjust that more into the middle of the screen. So you guys still have the code, but you still see. This is our console. This is called the debug console, right? You can do all sorts of stuff through here, but we're not worried about that. We're saying console pop up, and then write this line out. Account 1's name is, and then we are calling the specific instance of account, the specific class. And we're saying, tell us the name. Again, that's going back over here and giving us the public string name, right? It's super easy, guys. It is actually not that scary. If you have any questions, please say something in the comments. But besides that, there's really nothing else to teach you about constructors for the moment. I don't want to get too in depth before we go over, like, you know, we're trying to do all sorts of things, and I want to eventually do an in-depth dive of constructors and all these other different things so that we can have fun with it later. But for now, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys had fun, please like and subscribe. Thank you.